5-HTP, or Mood Boost as we call it in my clinic, is a great supplement for anybody who's suffering from anxiety or depression. If you think about it, why does somebody have depression potentially? Or maybe they're on an antidepressant, say they're on Lexapro. Well, what is Lexapro? Lexapro is something called a serotonin inhibitor, reuptake inhibitor. So what happens when you have depression for many people is that they have low serotonin. And so when you take Lexapro, what it does is it blocks your receptor sites. So you have more serotonin floating around. Well, somebody doesn't have a Lexapro deficiency, right? No, they're having a serotonin deficiency. And what is 5-HTP? Well, 5-HTP is the precursor to serotonin. So it's something that I use a lot in my patients suffering from anxiety or depression, or people who are on an antidepressant and wanting to get off of it, or people who have been advised to go on one but want to take a more natural route. So 5-HTP turns into serotonin. Let's take it even a step further, which is, well, why does somebody have low serotonin in the first place? And one of those reasons that I see typically in people is that they have yeast overgrowth, yeast or candida overgrowth in their gut. And what happens in that case is that the yeast or the gut layers over the gut and inhibits your body from making serotonin. So serotonin, 95% of it is made in our gut. So when you have leaky gut, or you have small bowel bacterial overgrowth, or you have yeast or candida, you might have an inability to make your serotonin. So of course, in functional medicine, what I'm recommending is that you really go to the source, which is the gut, and figure out why you're not making your serotonin and fix that. And in the meantime, while you're fixing your gut, I recommend that people take 5-HTP to help boost their own serotonin levels naturally, and then hopefully their depression goes away. Then when they've treated the gut, they can eventually get off the 5-HTP. So you'd certainly want to be working with your physician or practitioner if you're going to use this to help get off a prescription antidepressant. So there's a way that I work with my patients to do that, whereas they're decreasing the medication, say Lexapro, they're increasing the 5-HTP. So each one of these pills is 50 milligrams. You can take up to 300. But again, if you're somebody on a prescription antidepressant and you want to try to get off, I do recommend that you work with a practitioner or physician to do that, because there is something called serotonin syndrome, where you have too much serotonin, and that can be harmful to you and actually can be very dangerous, and you'd want to go to the ER. So I would not want you trying to decrease and increase these things at the same time without being under the guidance of a physician. But if you're on your own, you can easily go up to 100 milligrams of 5-HTP on your own if you're not on any sort of prescription antidepressant. This is, again, will naturally help your body boost its serotonin. And then I'd recommend that you work with a practitioner or peruse my website to figure out, why are you having depression in the first place? Do you have yeast overgrowth? Do you have leaky gut? Do you have food sensitivities? Why is it that you have it in the first place? But this can be an excellent bridge while you're trying to figure out the underlying cause, and if you just need a boost in your serotonin. 5-HTP, or Mood Boost as we call it in my clinic, is a great supplement for anybody who's suffering from anxiety or depression. If you think about it, why does somebody have depression potentially? Or maybe they're on an antidepressant.